Okay, recording started. Now, how many of y'all got on this call got 700 credit score? Anybody on here got a 700 credit score? Okay, how many of y'all and drop it. If you do, just drop it in a group chat or somewhere, you know what I'm saying? You can't speak it or whatever. But how many of y'all know the reason why you don't have a 700 credit score? Drop a 100 in the group chat if you know why you don't got a 700, like you know exactly what you need to do to boost your score to get approved for a loan right now. Because if you don't, that's why you're here right now. So you can figure that out. Exactly what you need to do. And how to get paid off your credit report from debt collectors. You look in the group chat. So ain't nobody really I ain't see nobody drop that they know exactly what to do to get themselves, they score higher.
I think another good question would be, what are they looking to gain from this discussion today? Are you looking to get more clarity regarding what your options are for your particular credit? Are you feeling like you're being harassed by debt collectors and you want to take action? Are you looking to join a comprehensive mentoring program by either A50 Credit Team with what they offer, or are you specifically trying to learn something like in a niche kind of market in terms of how to not only help yourself but also help others that are being harassed by debt collectors? Like, what are you all looking to gain? Like, what are you looking to gain from being on this call today?
For me, I'm just gaining more understanding. I've been doing a lot of self-study and learning where I'm at personally with my status and with my standing, and then learning how to operate and navigate. So right now it's more so just studying information and gaining all that I can so that I can actually apply correctly.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in and say what they're looking to gain from being on this call today?
Somebody tapped in and say clarity and remedy. Richard.
Okay.
I can't pronounce his last name. He said clarity and remedy.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else? If y'all are just joining, welcome. Thank you for joining our second Brush and Learn session today. The question we're asking before we get started is, what are you looking to gain from this discussion today, this call? You can either tell us, you can unmute yourself and tell us, in a few words or so, or you can put it in the chat.
Brother put he want to gain clarity and remedy. And that goes back to the question I was asking. Do you know exactly what you need to do to get yourself to that point you want to get at, or whatever you want to get out of this, right? And that's why everybody here, because if you did know that, then, you wouldn't be here. Even to gain more knowledge, it's still, saying like, okay, something's missing, right? And it's not to say like nobody knows anything. It's just so many different aspects on credit, right? It's so much to know about credit, because you can talk about consumer laws, you can talk about banking, you can talk about trade lines, you can talk about reinvesting. You can talk about so many different portions when it comes to credit itself is just a general topic. So at the end of the day, you're here to gain something that you're missing. And we're here to give you that something you're missing. Okay, somebody dropped in a group chat. They said, I'm looking to gain information that I can apply to get closer to financial freedom and making plays to create other streams of income. These are all good answers.
Absolutely.
Because I think that speaks for the volume or the mass of people probably here. I think that's a great way to summarize, the end game of what everybody here for. They're looking to gain information to get them closer to financial freedom. I love that word, financial freedom. Financial liberty. Because I think that's the end game. It's not about people want to be rich and flashy. I think it's more about people just want to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it, and not be under the constraints of having to go work a job, wait till that paycheck come in, or whatever the situation may be. They want liquid money, money they can access at hand and do things like the sister said, to create other streams of income. And that's good. People say that because how many people know these streams of income? These 7 streams of income. We were just talking about that in a Holy Day meeting. The 7 streams of income and creating that. And credit is definitely the basis of that. Like when you talk about creating 7 streams of income, because credit deals with finance in all those ways. You can make those streams of income. You can fund a life insurance policy, which is really another form of credit. You can do that with your credit, off plays you're making with your credit, and that creates interest income right there. Interest income comes from you investing your money and just making interest off of it. So it's so many ways, and that's what we're here to give you. Of course, we can't give you all the plays and everything in this one short hour, but that's why we're here to share with you, the services that we offer, so you can see in depth and get exactly what you need. Because one thing about credit is that everybody in the world, when they turn 18, they need credit. Everybody. There's nobody that's exempt from needing credit. Everybody needs it. So the problem is a lot of people cannot use it as an option. And why can they use it as an option? Is because they don't know the options. It's something that's missing to get them to the point where they're trying to get at. They might be familiar of the possibilities of what they can do with credit, but it's something stopping them from getting to that point. It's like a bridge they need to cross. And we're here to be that bridge. We offer mentorships. Me and the sister Nikki Savage, and the sister is a savage when it comes to the debt collections and the debt collectors and having debt collecting agencies on your credit report and getting paid off that. So we're going to show you possibilities or talk about possibilities of ways you can get paid off your credit report in multiple ways. And that's why we tag team together to give you 2 separate mentorships and bring them together. See, my mentorships, I bring you a whole, I call it a business credit mentorship, because I take you from your personal credit to your business credit and show you how to operate your business credit when you talk about reinvesting and creating those other streams of income off credit. So that involves you starting with repairing the credit, of course, your personal credit report, because your personal credit report is going to pretty much back or co-sign your business. See, your business, you can start and get brand new credit from brand new, but you're going to need a co-signer. And you can be your own co-signer. Your business acts as a second person. Okay? It is all about these bank accounts. See, you can turn your business and have your banks be the customers. You don't need clientele online per se. You can have your customers be the banks. As you see this letter right here, it's on the screen. This is a letter I just put together. And if you want a copy of this letter, I'll send you a copy of this letter for just a donation. But this deals with check systems. If you're not familiar with who check systems is, then you probably don't know the value of this letter. But when you get to open up these bank accounts and dealing with your clients, a lot of times it's secret banks or secret consumer reporting agencies that you might not be aware of that's blocking you. This is one of those things that's stopping you from getting to your destination. This is one of those things that's that bridge that you need. And this is the secret credit bureaus. And I uploaded this to the group chat for free, and I'll upload that again just for everybody coming. I'll upload you this intensive list that the Consumer Financial Bureau put out about the consumer reporting agencies. Last meeting, if you go back to that video we did, we went in on these consumer reporting agencies. See, a lot of y'all just know about Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, but it's other ones that do other things, and it's pretty much any category that you can name. So check systems is one of the categories that deals with the banks. So anytime you have like a bank that closed, or you just have bank information that's not matching your current information, you have to clear it up with check systems. Check systems is like your consumer report for your bank accounts. And it's very crucial because you can clean up your credit report, you can have everything right, and then turn around and can't even open up a bank account because this secret consumer reporting agency has a negative item on your report. And we call them consumer reporting agencies. Do not call them credit. I hear a lot of people call them credit bureaus. Even myself, I used to call them credit bureaus. But they're not credit bureaus. They're consumer reporting agencies, CRAs. And once you put them in a proper perspective, then you start to understand who they are and who you are. So this letter right here deals with check systems, removing any inaccurate information that's on your check system, and asking for a compensation for the negligence, that they caused when they neglected the fact that they were supposed to uphold the Fair Credit Reporting Act by removing the inaccurate information. So another aspect of what we do, we sue these companies. So we always set them up for lawsuit. A lot of people just try to send out one letter and then that's done. But what you have to do is be willing to take them to the whole 9 yards. And that's what we do. We sue these companies. And that's what Nikki Savage, she's a savage at suing them. That's like she was speaking on earlier when she said she in an action right now on the way back to the office because it's a lawsuit going down right now. So if you have any situations, lawsuits, civil lawsuits that you're dealing with from so-called debt collectors, child support, it can be any type of debt collection agency that's not a creditor, then that's an automatic lawsuit. That's an automatic lawsuit. That's automatic money you're supposed to be getting. A lot of times you don't even have to dispute these items. You can go right in and just sue these people. Because they're not even creditors. They already violated the hold in due course. They already violated the hold in due course rule. Do your homework on the hold in due course rule. Okay, but I'm not going to go too deep into the consumer laws because I can go in. But if you want some mentorship, this is what I can provide you, along with cleaning your credit report, putting on those trade lines, dealing with all these consumer reporting agencies, not just the 3. Let me show y'all a list. Let me put up that list right fast before we go even further. I don't know if y'all see the list that's in the chat, but I'm gonna put it right back in there. I just put the list up in there for y'all. And like I say, this comes from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, so it's not no made up internet list. This is real deal. You can go to their website and get this. But this is the list of complete. I don't know if it's a complete list, but it's the most intensive list I've found. I've been doing my research on these consumer reporting agencies for 4 years. And this is the most intensive list that I've seen. Is broke down perfectly organized in sections. Okay, so I'm going to just go through just a couple of these things and show you right fast how you can benefit from this today, depending on your situation, what you're trying to do, right? 1 second. All right, so let me go through the list. So you can see right here in the table of contents, this list has different categories right here. So you thought consumer report agencies just dealt with your credit, but I'm here to tell you it deals with your employment, your tenant screening, your checks and banks, your personal property insurance, medical insurance, applying for low income supplements and things like that. Utilities, retail, even gaming, as far as like hunting. So anytime you go and apply for certain things, they asking for this social security number. But how many times do you know that they going to a third party to do some homework about your information that you didn't give no consent to these people to share your information? And they collecting your information and they selling your information. And there's hundreds of companies doing this. Do you know about these companies? And do you know this the reason why you're getting denied for all types of different things outside of credit? But it still deals with credit because it's all about consumers and you have consumer rights. So look at this. Okay, just say if you was going for a job and you have felonies or some on your background, they have a list of employment screening consumer reporting agencies that you can go to and put a security freeze on. I know y'all heard of security freezes and credit freezes. Some of y'all say y'all already been studying this, right? But do you know you can put a security freeze on anybody that's reporting your information because it's your information? You do not consent. You have the right of privacy pursuant to the Right of Privacy Act of 1974.
I just be.
As long as somebody got some questions. Y'all hear me clear out there? Drop a 100 if y'all can hear me clear out there, man. Drop a 100 if y'all can hear me clear. They like to, they'll play games on these apps sometimes. Nobody can hear me? Okay. Drop some 100s if y'all can hear me. If y'all still there, y'all can tap that on me. Let's go in then. So these companies that we're talking about, we got employment screen. I just look at it. Okay, so say you got a felony, you know somebody in your family got a felony. Everybody knows somebody in their family that can't get a job because they got a felony or some on their background, domestic violence or something. You know what I mean? This is how you stop it. And I've done this plenty of times. I help people with evictions, tenant screening. Somebody got evictions and they trying to get a new place or they trying to get approved for some subsidized housing or, some government housing. They can put a security freeze before these people check it. When they check it, it's going to come back where it's like it's a clean You know what I'm saying? Record is going to be like no records found. And that's good. See, no records found is a good thing because that means that they haven't reported, because you notice they only report negative things. They don't report good stuff to your credit report unless, you know what I'm saying, it's like a credit card or something you in good standing with. But a lot of times these people, like utility companies, medical companies, all these people wait until you into the negative and then report things, which is another fraud that we expose. See, we here to show you the secret. So let's go into some of the secret companies. And this is from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. This is the only bureau. That's why I say don't call Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Don't call them bureaus. They are consumer reporting agencies, consumer reporting companies nationwide. Those are the main three. So they telling you how to request things from this, how to get a free credit report. They even tell you how to freeze all three of the main ones. They tell you how to do this. Same with the employment screen. This is accurate background. I know some of y'all seen this. This is right in Irvine, California. Hey, I know I got California in the house. All right. So this is right there. This is who they checking. ADP screening. And it's not just one company. They got them all for you. And you can get a free report also from these places to see what's on your background. Backgroundschecks.com. Man, I promise you, I know y'all know about this one. I don't know if y'all got jobs. Some of y'all probably a little rich. Y'all probably never had a job. You know what I'm saying? But this still can help somebody else in your family. Some of y'all are rich. Checker. I know y'all seen Checker send you a denial, adverse action letter talking about you denied. And then that's if you got adverse action letters, we can sue for that. That's money. Because who told you that information was accurate? And then you have to remove it. And then once you remove it, that's admission of guilt. But now I didn't got denied a job. I have damages. Yeah, I got real damages. Let's go in and sue these people. We ain't even got into the credit repair part. We just talking about secrets and things you can just take advantage of because somebody said, hey, I want to learn things I can take advantage of today. So let me show you. Let's go through it. That's all for employment right there. Virtual background screen, tenant screen. Like I say, how many people trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because when they say I'm doing a background check, who you think they going to the FBI to do a background check on? You know, they going to these companies that is consumer report agencies. We can start one of these. Let's start one of these. I'm gonna open up. Let's open up for some questions. Who got any questions about this before we move forward? Rent grow. Up for some questions. Anybody got any questions so far? Or about anything? Anything pertaining to credit? Sister Nikki, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Got anything you want to add?
No, not really. I'm gonna let you keep going with it because once I start talking about how we slicing and dicing these debt collectors in court, that's gonna be a whole different situation or so. But no, keep dropping that fire because I hope everybody's tuned in. Y'all missed the first one. Well, for those of y'all that were on the first one, welcome back. For those of you that are joining us today, welcome. And I hope y'all are, you got your pens and your paper ready and y'all are really tapping in because we're giving you some really, really valuable information. So please continue to stay on. We appreciate your time. And thank you for being here with us.
You can see on all these right here, you can freeze them. It says right here, freeze your report. The company will freeze your consumer report if you request it. Just that simple. But how many times we know these places exist? And these places is blocking us, for real. We got denied a place, got denied a banking account, I just got denied a bank account opening. And we got a list for you on that as well. That comes with the mentorship. We got 10 credit unions that we have relationships with. We open up and the reason why we go to credit unions and open up these credit unions is simply because they do no documentation loans. So do your homework on no documentation loans. They do no documentation loans. No documentation. That means no proof of credit for all my entrepreneurs out there. No proof of income. So if you're doing hair or whatever you're doing from the house or whatever side hustles you got going on, when you go to credit unions, no check stubs. Just based off your credit, but you got to open them up. And these are the blockers, Check Systems Incorporated. This is somebody in Minnesota and made up a company and started keeping your information. It says Check Systems owned by the E-Funds subsidiary of Fidelity National Information Services Incorporated. So they're a subsidiary company at that. Oh man, who is these people? That's how I be looking at it. I look at it real like, man, who is these people? I don't know them. How they know me? How they have my information? You know? Let's go through a few more.
Excuse me, bro, I have a question. Sorry about that.
Who is that? CK?
Yeah.
CK, yes,
Friend.
Go ahead.
All right. So I have Fidelity rewards card, and I was late twice or three times, but not late as in like federal law. I was like 2 days late on each month, and they brought my credit limit down from some 9,000 to 4,500. Anything I can do about that?
Yeah, it's a lot you can do about that, of course. For one, it has to be 30 days late, according to federal law, like you mentioned. 2 days late is not even late until it hit 30 days late. So that's a billing error. So with that, all you got to just really, you can do a billing error, letter of billing error, hold them to that. They got billing error clause on all your contracts. They let you know if it's an error with the billing, send it to this location. Send your dispute to this location. So it's just a billing error when you're dealing with those situations. But the unfortunate part about it is this: the late payments it's 35% of your score. That's the number one thing that hurts your credit report. It's late payments. So if any one of y'all got late payments out of there, you have to do a billing error on it. If you can't do the billing error, you have to remove the account. I don't care if it's got credit age on it, 10 years. You have to remove the account because a late payment is the worst thing you can have on there. And that's why you have to know about Tradelines. And that's why you need this mentorship. It's because that's exactly what we do. We put you on Tradelines. So when you remove these, it don't matter. We got a list of Tradelines to replace them. See, a lot of people get too clingy to these trade lines and these credit cards and these banks and these cars and houses. You get too clingy to it. All these are material things. They can easily be replaced. Even the bank, even a credit card. It's hundreds of these people that open up every day since the U.S. dollar crisis. Man, you know how many credit companies is opening all of a sudden? Man, they got so many places you can get credit with no credit checks and all types of things that's going on right now. You got like places like Self Lender and what's the other one I like? Well, you got a few of them. Self Lender. You got the other one. Got the names on the tip of my tongue. I gotta look at the list. But man, yeah, you gotta do a billing error. Remove that. We remove that. We get things removed in 30 days. That's the thing about us. We get it removed in 30 days. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the name of it. Upgrade. Upgrade. If you don't know about Upgrade, do your homework on upgrade.com. Homework on upgrade.com. I'm gonna give y'all something else free just for coming. Cause I mean, like I say, I might not talk a whole lot, but listen, I do a whole lot and I got a whole lot to share with you. And really, you don't want nobody to do too much talking. You want somebody that can be about more action. So what I just did was uploaded a free trade line list, no credit check trade line list just for coming. If you don't know about trade lines, do your homework on trade lines. Trade, let it go. So this is 11 of them to get you started. For those who need to boost your credit score up, and this is small dose. This is nothing. I can give this away because I got so much free game to give you in a mentorship. It's just crazy. This is nothing. No credit check or soft pull, credit check trade line. These is all ways you can build your credit, from the best secured credit cards to things you probably don't even know about, like reverse secured loans. A lot of people just know about secured cards, but do your homework on secured loans. Reverse secured loans. That means the money you putting in these securities, you getting it right back. You getting it right back. So this is an investment. You getting a trade line, investing your money and getting it right back. Tap into the mentorship with me. And I got a payment plan to start at $1,099, $1,099. But you getting 3 services in one, and I got a payment plan. And we got a money back guarantee. And you signing contracts. Do your homework on secured reverse loans. I know you probably heard of the rent. Report your rent. You can report your rent as a trade line. Do your homework on your rent being a trade line. The rent is a trade line. Your utilities is a trade line. Your Netflix bill, trade line. Your T-Mobile bill, trade line. But do you know how to report that? I just gave you the game on it. Go to Stellify. Number 8, pardon yourself. Go to number 8, Stellify. And you can report all your utilities. I'm talking about Netflix. Why do you want to report this? Because you need these trade lines to build up your credit. Everything on your credit is a trade line. You call it accounts. But in the credit world, the lingo, we call it trade lines. But the correct term for it is an account. And you got primary accounts and you got authorized user accounts. These are all primaries. This ain't no piggyback, camelback situation. This is all primaries. This is not you using somebody else's trade line, put it on for a couple months, and then take it off. This is all you. You put your money into it, you get your money back, and it's on your credit report for life. Or until you want to remove it because you got consent to remove and add anything on your credit report that you want to add or remove. So do your homework on trade lines. Report your bills as credit. Even Experian got it. You can go to Experian Boost. You got to understand, it's 2 types of loans you can get. It's secured loans and unsecured loans. Do your homework on secured loans and unsecured loans. Hope y'all taking notes. This is free game. You just woke up and got free game, something free you can take. Now imagine just all the other information we got for you. The credit unions, the things we removed on. I got so many receipts of how much stuff we removed off in under 30 days. You might have got some items that's just sitting on there. Come on, help and let us take it off for you. And you might got some debt collections agencies on your credit report. Come on, let's get that off. Let's get paid. That's $1,000 per violation. That means you got a debt collection company sitting on there. You get money, right? You looking at money. Because first of all, who gave these people permission? Answer that one. Answer that for me. Savvy said, thank you always, family. You're welcome. K drop 100. You're welcome. We can't give you everything in this one little hour. If I could, I would, because it's so much to know about credit. If you want to get a copy of my book, it's still on sale until July 20th, Authority Day. It's going to be on sale until that day for $50. What you get in that book, you get a lot of game. You get the science of credit, creditology, the science of credit. I'm talking about consumer laws, not all of them, but the key ones you got to know. Get a copy of me show y'all. Run this back to you for you. It's back to you for you. Yeah. Man, you get so much in this book. And we got the ebook for $25. So you get, I'm talking about, you get the list, you get that list of the secret credit bureaus, right? You also get the credit suite procedure that I do personally. I've been doing for 4 years. You get that whole procedure in this book. You get also a procedure to remove inquiries in 24 hours. I'm talking about the entire procedure. All for $50. This is $1,000 worth of game, really $1 million worth of game. You really want to be real, it's $1 million worth of game. $1 worth of game. This book from me right now, I'm meditating. I put my cash app in the group chat. All you gotta do is send your email. And we're gonna have another class. I don't know when, but we're gonna announce it. And I got I got some books coming in for that one from the credit reporting agency. They give out free FCRA books. Do your homework on getting free FCRA books. And with them free FCRA books, you know, you got your consumer, your Fair Credit Reporting Act in there. If you want to send a donation, you can send a donation. Anything you want to send me, if you're welcome, for sure. I just dropped y'all a free trade line list. You can take that and run with it. You can add these trade lines right on. Lockbox. They'll put on a $10,000 trade line on your credit report. All you got to do All you got to do is pay $100 a month. And then after 1 year, they give you all your money back. You got this $10,000 trade line on your credit report. I mean, this is things that just to boost your credit score up immediately. These trade lines are
Now, was that for the personal or was that for the business side? Just to make sure they tapped in.
this is all personal. This is not business.
Okay.
We don't do that. I don't play with them 30-day those business, trade lines and build your credit up doing that. What we do is we build up the personal credit and use that as a cosigner for the business credit for a brand new business. We get your business in compliance. That's another thing we offer you. So we get your business in compliance. So you might got your LLC, but you got missing pieces that you're going to need to qualify for business credit. And it's not trade lines I'm talking about. The trade lines, that's the long way. That's going to take you about 2 years to get business credit or 6 months from getting deposits and things like that. I'm going to show you how to get business credit with no deposits, no bank account, none of that's needed. So this is building up your personal credit. We focus on the personal credit because that's the root of it all. I just showed you how many things that affect your personal credit, from insurance, medical insurance, health insurance. And it really matters because, like I say, when you really talk about generational wealth, when you talk about 7 streams of income, it surrounds around personal and business credit. And you got to look at it like this. Say if you want to get life insurance, they going to run your credit, your personal credit, unless you put it in your business. And they're going to run the business credit, but they still might run the personal for the business if the business don't have enough credit established. So let's just start with the root. Let's just work on you. A lot of people around here help everybody else, but who helps you? Who is your hero? I'm your credit hero. I'm here to come help you, walk you through and put you to, where you want to be at. We done helped over 250 families in the last 4 years get to where they want to be at. Somebody had a question? Drill White?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to unmute myself.
Okay, all is well. Who's going to be the hero in your life? You run around here helping everybody else, putting everybody else on game. But where your 100K at? Where your Rollie at? What Nipsey Hussle saying that song? Man, make $1 million while you young. Where's your Rollie at? Where your Benz at? Or who helping you? Help yourself. Work on your personal credit before this US dollar crash all the way out anyway. Because there's so many things you can reinvest in. You can be reinvesting in that life insurance, which is recession proof. Life insurance policies is recession proof. You put your money in that, that's creating your own private bank. And we show you how to do that. We show you how to private bank. So we don't just deal with the public banking, we deal with the private banking as well. That's dealing with your personal trust, your family trust. We talking about generational wealth starting right off your personal credit. You got to operate in the public and the private right now because we don't got no full sovereignty on this land to be moving off grid. Unless you can live 100% off grid right now, you're going to have to work in the public. You're going to have to deal with the United States. You're going to have to contract with these banks. You're going to have to get background checks. You're going to have to do all these little hoops you got to jump through. So why not know the secrets to it and get straight to it and cut the cheese and cut the chase, as you say. But, you just got to keep in mind, man, how important credit and banking really is. And how much you can use this, reinvest in things like online businesses, marketing. Do you know in your business credit, they give you reward points just for marketing and advertising. Just for marketing and advertising, you get reward points. What you mean by that, Grand Sheik? What I mean is you would get, say, you spend 5K on a business credit card. It may be 10K on that card, but if you spend half of that, they're going to give you reward points, free flights and free dinners and all types of free reward points. You get to fly free, different places, take trips free just for spending money on your business, advertising on your business. That's going to make you more money in the end anyway, because you know if you put 5K on, say, like some social media advertising, you already know you're going to get some sales. You're going to make double that. The way the internet booming right now, you're going to make double that. And then on top of that, you got rewarded. And then on top of that, they don't penalize you for maxing out your business credit cards. So all these little Tradelines right here, this is for your personal, but to get to the big ones, it's the business credit cards and the loans and the car loans. And then when you get those, that's when you go crazy, max out. That's when you max them boys out, turn around, and then get rewarded for it. Utilization don't count on business. Your utilization don't count. It counts on your personal, though, when you maxing out your personal credit cards and using that. You know what I'm saying? But because you ain't knowing, you ain't got no mentor. You just moving out here blind, swiping your credit card. You don't even know that's hurting your credit score every time you do that. Now you paying them late. You know what I'm saying? When you don't even supposed to touch these. But that's what you get in mentorship. That's what I had to learn. I had to pay for mentorship myself. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Two things our people got to know ain't nothing wrong with it. It's therapy and mentors. Those are two things we need. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that because you really getting therapy and mentors from the wrong people. That's not even really classified to do that. They don't even have expertise to even tell you from experience. They telling you from their failures. We can tell you from success, show you what works, show you the possibilities. You know? So much you got to know. Like I said, so many different aspects on credit. You know, my bad, Nikki Savage. I ain't mean to take over this whole session. We almost an hour in now. But, you know, just so many different aspects I can talk about. I can go all day. We can talk about trade lines. We can go into more trade lines than this. We can go into ones that do the credit checks. I got a hack list for you on that. Like them Apple cards and, you know what I'm saying, your Capital Ones. And, man, we got a hack list that we know exactly which credit bureau they check. You know what I'm saying? Because that gives you an advantage so you got to know the game. So if you know what's happening in the back office, like if you know Apple Card is checking TransUnion and you know my Equifax credit score is shot, but my TransUnion is popping. My TransUnion is 700 because you know sometimes them credit scores be uneven. You might got a 500 here, a 600 there, 700 there. You feel me? But you got a 700 in TransUnion, bam, you qualify. But you will never know that if you ain't had a hack list. Send a donation, you want the hack list. If you want some information from me, just let me know. You don't even got to get the full mentorship. We itemize items. We sell letters and templates. If you need a lawsuit drawn up, prepare for you for anything. You hear me? I got it all for you. Nikki Savage got it all for you. Anything you need, I'm telling you, we the ones to go see. A lot of people you probably going to can't even get results. So we're gonna open up for any questions. If not, if Nikki Savage, you want to add anything for the closing remarks, you know, I'm gonna close out. We about an hour in. Y'all been great. I appreciate y'all for coming.
You've been dropping them. You've been dropping that heat. Listen. I hope y'all really understand how important these conversations are, because this is information that you could spend a lot of your time, and guess what? One thing we can't get back is time. So it's so important to be able to get close to the information that's going to get you directly to your goals. You know what I mean? And 850 Credit Team they have a very powerful, comprehensive mentorship that's going to really take you from cradle to grave and get you to a lot of the things that you're trying to do, right? A lot of people take time. They want to kind of like shortchange the process. I would advise strongly against that. You know, we have both made mistakes and learning, and then we paid for mentorship. We, paid for different information, and we've been researching and this and that, and this is where we are with the information that we have to be able to bring to you all. So I hope that you guys, see the value of it, right? So I'll speak a little bit on what I'm doing here at FSA Consulting Group. So pretty much, as we were both, telling you, we have mentorships. His mentorship is a little different, but it's very powerful. Mine is different, also very powerful. I'm specifically working with people that either A, want to find a way to make some residual income, something that's not a fly by night type of situation, something that's very, very much so needed in society. And that's basically teaching people how to sue debt collectors. Okay. That's not an easy thing. A lot of people have heard that you can get remedy and that kind of thing or so, but you could be really spinning your wheels trying to figure out how to even make that happen. So I have a mentorship that I actually employ, and anyone that's looking to do that, we take you from, again, cradle to grave. How do you start prepping, to even see if something is, let's just say, litigatable or suable. We take you from cradle to grave to show you that entire process and give you all of the steps and things that you need to make that happen, to take action. A lot of people right now in here probably, either if you don't have collections, someone that in your house or someone that's close to you or so that has collections. You may even know people that claim to do credit repair or so, and they've been fighting with collections or so. They sent some letters or so, and it went away and it came back. And I'm just going to tell you like this: an 850 Credit Team, I know y'all back me up on this. Anybody that's helping someone to clear their credit, and they something came off, but it came back, they didn't know what they were doing to begin with. But we're not here to bash people, though, right? Everything that we're talking about that we do, we can back it up with the law. And it's very important for people to note that you really have to start to become intimately familiar with the laws. The FDCPA, that's your friend. It's really your friend. I know on our last call that we have, 850 Credit Team was gracious enough to drop the cheat sheet. It was a cheat sheet. All the different statutes, all 1692, 1681, a lot of the different, the different codes and statutes or so were there, so you can closely see what types of things are violatory that could be happening with your situation, someone or whatever the case may be. But getting back to what we do, yes, we have a mentorship that we have where we're working with individuals or, people that have companies, or even if you don't have a company, you're just like, what? I'm passionate about credit. I feel like this could help my family. This could help, some people I know. Or I want to learn something different, a skill set that I'll take with me until I go to the end of the earth. This is what we're talking about. With FSA Consulting Group, we're teaching you something that is invaluable. Debt collection is not going anywhere. Credit is certainly not going anywhere. And people are going to always, unfortunately, be, have more month at the end of the money. So life is going to be lifing, as we like to say right now. And so when that happens, these debt collection companies don't give a rat's behind about what your story is and why you couldn't pay. The original creditors don't even want it. They don't even care. And then they sell the debt, which is not something they're supposed to be doing, but they do it anyway without your consent. And then these third-party debt collectors think that they have rights that they don't have. They're powerless. You have all the power, but you have to know that you have the power. If you don't know who you are, they're going to take advantage of you every time. And this is where the debt collectors come in. They harass you. They call you. They stalk you. They text you. They email you. They send you these letters in the mail. And silence is acquiescence, meaning if you're silent about it, you don't respond. That means that you're admitting that you're guilty of whatever that alleged debt is that they're trying to collect against you for. And then that's when they start to wean their way into getting judgments, and they send you summons and things like that. And we're trying to get away from that. We're trying to get it before it even gets to a point like that. Take them off the block list. You don't have to, you hold the power. You have all of the power. Take them off the block list. Have that conversation with them. We talk about all of it in our mentorship, right? When they're sending you text messages, which is so bold because, years ago, they weren't doing all of that. Now with technology being more advanced and them, doing the skip tracing and trying to find your information, they're tapping into any which way they can to try to get at you regarding those alleged debts that they have, they're trying to collect against you for. So as I was mentioning, yes, we take you from cradle to grave, showing you, explaining to you how to do the process of properly suing a debt collector. I was actually, when we started this conversation today, I was on my way back from the post office because one of my clients, we actually went ahead and filed another lawsuit yesterday, Friday, in district court. And I'm telling you, when you talk to people and you let them know that they don't have to be scared anymore, they don't have to feel like they have to be ashamed. Even folks that actually work in places or have employers, that you got to be on top of your credit, and they pull your credit and stuff like that. And if your credit is shot, meaning you got collections, people that you need to pay, you could lose your clearance. For any of you that are in the government space, or if you know people in the government space, that stuff is very serious. And even if you're not, it's just not a good place to be in, especially if they get so far ahead and they're able to put a garnishment or judgment against you because you were quiet, because you didn't know that you had the power. So we're trying to prevent that. We're trying to get, people to feel, and to know that they have the power and that you don't have to be afraid. Life happens. Something happened in your situation, you couldn't pay. Hey, that happens. Now you have options to fight back against them. So it's like, what are you going to do now? Are you going to keep letting them, get their licks against you, or are you going to get your lick back? So yes, FSA Consulting Group, we have a full mentorship. What I'm going to do is, for the individuals that have tapped in with us before on a first brush and learn session and this one, we have a special that we have that's going from now until the end of July. The mentorship for FSA Consulting Group is normally $2,500. It is only $1,497, and you could do that in 3 monthly payments, broken down within 90 days or so. If you're someone that wants to get started with this and you're like, look, I've heard about it, I haven't seen any real action on how to do it, but I feel like this is something that's going to help me out as far as learning a good skill set that I can do even on the side of maybe whatever work you're doing. Or this could be something that, depending on how aggressive you are with it, this could actually have you retire early. Because the minimum CC claim is the minimum settlement is $3,500, but it can go anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000. And then let's just say it's a situation where the debt collector is really trying to drag their feet. If the judge has to get involved and actually do a default judgment against them, it's definitely going to be more than $5,000. So the question then becomes, if this is something that you really want to tap into, do you let $1,500 stop you from, and I'm just rounding because it's $1,497, yes, but let's just say rounding. If I'm not going to let $1,500 stop me from making $3,500 to $5,000 or better? How expensive is it if you don't get next to the information you need to get next to? With A50 Credit Team and what they're offering with their mentorship, with FSA Consulting Group, with the information that we're offering in our mentorship, how expensive is it? How costly is it going to be for you if you don't get next to that information? We have the full blueprint on the things that we're talking about because we've been doing this for a long time, and we're committed to helping everybody, to get ahead. But it's like, how you got to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? For those of you all that are like, I don't necessarily need to know how to do all of that as far as, suing them, But I definitely want to take action because I have somebody, I have a thorn in my side. I got a medical collection that just won't go away. Or I have this collection from Rent-A-Center or something crazy, and I need to get at them. Well, you can come talk to FSA Consulting Group. We can help you with that as well. You know? So the bottom line is here, the options are endless for you to have or be connected to the people that have the resources and information that you need so that you can change the trajectory of your life right now and for whatever you're looking to do in the future. Also, for those of you all that are like, you know, I don't know if the mentorship, if I'm quite ready for that just yet. Maybe if I had like a how-to guide or like an ebook or something like that, I have something special for you all too. So because you all have been rocking out with us on the first Brush and Learn, and this also the second one, right? I'm going to do a special offering price of $44.44 for my Cut the Check, Learn How to Sue Debt Collectors ebook, right? $44.44. If you want to just, you know, be able to kind of look at it on your own and see if you can kind of follow along and do it yourself, that ebook is for you. You know, if you feel like, you know, I don't really need as much hand holding. I know how to read well. I can, you know, follow along. I've been kind of doing my own research and stuff. And I feel like maybe I want to take a stab at it on my own or so. That would be something for you. Again, the price for the public is $97. But for this group that's tapped in with A50 Credit Group and also FSA Consulting Group, I got to do y'all that solid because you could be anywhere right now in the world, but y'all are here tapped in with us. And we appreciate that. We really appreciate that. So yes, if you are interested in the ebook, Cut the Check, How to Sue Debt Collectors, the ebook, $44.44. You can drop your email or you can send it to me individually if you like, but you can drop it in our group chat here. And you can just say, cut the check. And if that's what you want to do, I'll reach out to you once we're concluded with our talk today, and then we'll get you set up with getting that ebook. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling y'all, listen, like I said before, we're halfway through July, so half of the year is already shot. If there's some stuff that you started off wanting to set out to do for your goals this year, the time is now. We're going to blink and look up, and it's going to be time, depending on where you at, to put on your winter coats and whatnot. Right? Don't let these opportunities and this information slip through the cracks. Don't let this be another year where you kind of said, you know what, I was supposed to do that in 2022. I'm gonna just do it in 2023. Well, yeah, it's good to have those goals and all those things, but if you're not ready to take action, then what are you really doing? You know, you got to start becoming uncomfortable with being comfortable with where things are, and know that you have options to do those things that you want to do, right? And this is why A50 Credit Team and FSA Consulting Group, this is why we're here. Because we know that there's options. We know that there's a yellow brick road that you can follow that's really going to lead you to what you're trying to do. But you just got to know who you are, and you got to be ready to take action. This is plain and simple. Plain and simple. So that's all I have to say. If y'all have questions, I guess we'll open it up for about a couple minutes or so. If there's anything that either A50 Credit Team wasn't able to cover, or that maybe you guys have thought about after the fact or so, and same with me as well. We'll open up the floor for a couple of questions, and then we'll wrap it up. So we don't want to keep you guys for the rest of your day, but we do appreciate that you guys have tapped in with us on another Saturday. So thank you.
Got any questions, please present them now. And go in peace. Islam. Okay. Well, we'll take that silence as a no. Thank you again for coming out on this beautiful Saturday. Hope we drop some jewels for you. Spread the word about the services if you can. And we'll keep you announced to more free items and more things to look forward to in the future. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Thank you again for joining.
Peace and love. Thank you.
Thank you.